Welcome back to BLK Talk Daily, the only place on the internet that isn't going to lie to your face for the sake of positive vibes. Today, we are witnessing a masterclass in modern-day delusion. We need to talk about the independence lie. You've heard the anthems, right? You've seen the tweets, the know your worth posts, the don't settle for less captions, and the I'm my own boss branding. It's a multi-million-dollar industry built on telling women they don't need a man who disrespects them. But then, reality hits. And reality looks a lot like Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Throw those anthems in the trash, because the circus is back in town. The internet is calling this a plot twist, but at BLK Talk Daily, we call it the recycled toxic cycle. We've seen this movie 1,000 times, and it always ends the same way, with the fans being played for fools while the celebrities cash in on the drama. Let's dive into this mess. Think about the timeline here. It was just February 2026 when the reports came out that they had split. They unfollowed each other on Instagram right after the Super Bowl, where Diggs and the Patriots took that embarrassing loss to the Seahawks. Cardi reportedly couldn't trust him. And yet, here we are in May, and she's back on his arm like nothing ever happened. It makes you wonder, was the independence just a marketing campaign for her tour? Take a look at the footage from this wellness event in DC Wellness. Seriously? The only thing being well rested here is their ability to ignore their own history for a photo op. Look at the chemistry. Diggs is out here doing the full romantic dip, kissing her on the cheek, looking like a scene from a low-budget romance novel. The commentators are losing their minds, saying it's soft and playful. Give me a break. This is professional-grade image scrubbing. Notice the hand placement. Notice how she runs her hand across his chest. That isn't instinctive or natural. That is a woman who has spent 10 years in front of a lens and knows exactly which angle makes the best headline. We live in a world where toxic has become a personality trait people are actually proud of. If a regular woman in your neighborhood was doing this, getting publicly embarrassed one month and doing a wellness dip the next, you'd be staging an intervention. But because they're rich, the woke crowd calls it healing and black love. No, it's just a total lack of standards masquerading as a reconnection. They want you to see the wellness, but they don't want you to remember the mess. Now, let's talk about the family energy. The original video made a huge point about how comfortable Stefon's family is around Cardi. They act like that's the ultimate seal of approval. Let's keep it 100. The family is comfortable because they know the checks are cleared and the clout is consistent. In the celebrity world, the family is used as a human shield. You want to make a messy, drama-filled relationship look wholesome? Bring in the mom, bring in the sisters. If everyone is smiling in a photo, the fans are supposed to forget the cheating rumors, the public meltdowns, and the Little Miss drama tour rants. It's the oldest trick in the book. If you're truly rebuilding a broken relationship, you do it behind closed doors. You don't invite a camera crew to a Mother's Day event to prove you're a changed man. This is performative traditionalism for people who don't actually want to do the traditional work of being faithful and consistent. They want the aesthetic of a happy family without the actual discipline it takes to maintain one. It's all for the cameras. Let's take a trip down memory lane to Super Bowl, weekend 2026. Remember that? Rumors were flying everywhere that Diggs was out here wilding with other women. Cardi didn't just ignore it, she weaponized it. She hit the stage for her Little Miss Drama tour, the most honest title she's ever used, by the way, and hinted to thousands of people that she was done. She took their money for those tickets based on the heartbroken but strong persona. She sold you the idea that she had finally reached her limit. And here is the hard truth that nobody wants to say. These modern woke celebrities cannot handle being alone. They preach self-love to their fans like it's a religion, but they can't go 3 weeks without the validation of a toxic situation. They'd rather be publicly embarrassed and back together than privately single and disciplined. It's a bad look for the culture. It tells young girls that your worth is negotiable as long as the guy has a high enough profile or a big enough bank account. Forgiveness is one thing. Being a doormat for the sake of chemistry is another. It's the same pattern she had with Offset. New man, same script. Then we have the claims that they're handling things privately. Are you kidding me? Privately? They are literally standing in front of a giant pink backdrop designed specifically for social media engagement. They are posing for Getty Images and journalists at the Digs Deep Foundation. We want our privacy is the biggest lie in celebrity culture. What they actually want is control. They want to be able to act out, break up, and make up without anyone holding them accountable for their hypocrisy. If they wanted privacy, they wouldn't be at a public charity event acting like a Hallmark movie. They are only private when they're doing something they're ashamed of, and they're public the second they think an affectionate photo will boost their image. It's calculated, it's manufactured. And the woke fans eat it up every single time because they want to believe in the fairy tale, even when the fairy tale is clearly a horror story in disguise. Don't tell me you want privacy while you're rubbing his chest in front of a professional camera. Now we get to the real motive. Let's break down the legal timing properly. Stefon Diggs was just cleared on May 5th, 2026, of those assault charges involving his former chef, Jamila Mila Adams. She accused him of slapping and choking her back in December. Look at the cold, hard calculation here. This isn't about Mother's Day feelings. This is about brand safety. Cardi B is a global brand worth hundreds of millions. She couldn't be seen with him while he was a liability with an active felony strangulation charge hanging over his head. That's why they unfollowed each other and acted like they were done. The second that not guilty verdict hits the newswire on May 5th, she's back on his arm by May 9th. That isn't loyalty. Loyalty is standing by your man during the trial when everyone is pointing fingers, hiding in the shadows until the legal team scrubs his image, and then popping out for a wellness event once the coast is clear. That's a business strategy. It's fake, it's cold, and it's peak celebrity behavior. They don't have relationships. They have mergers and acquisitions that depend on the legal department. Now we have to address the TikTok commentary. This is where it gets truly disrespectful to the fans. We have Xena, also known as Zia Charles, Cardi's hair braider, posting on her story, calling the fans slow as molasses for thinking the breakup was real. Think about the level of gaslighting here. These people spend months unfollowing each other, deleting photos, and acting like a broken home on Instagram Live. They literally feed the drama to the public to keep their names in the headlines. But then, when the public actually believes what they were told by the celebrities themselves, the inner circle calls the fans slow. No, honey, the public isn't slow. We're just watching the game. You don't get to sell us a breakup for tour promo and then call us slow when we don't realize it was a marketing scheme. They think the fans are idiots who will just forget the drama the second a cute photo drops. It's an insult to your intelligence. The TikToker in the video is actually laughing at us, but the joke is on them for living such a chaotic life.
I know that's right, Cardi. Make sure that man's acquitted before you're seen in public with him again. Have you guys ever seen the recent update? Yes, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs are back together, but obviously she was going to wait until he got acquitted before she was seen in public with him again. Now, just before Cardi B was seen out, she was getting her hair braided by her braider. I believe her name's pronounced Xena. And Xena had posted this on her story and it said, "The world, you did Cardi dirty. Meanwhile, y'all are as slow as molasses going up a hill." If you guys remember, after Stefon Diggs' trial, his ex-chef Mila Adams had accused Xena of sleeping with Stefon Diggs. Now, Xena has never publicly come forward and stated that she did or she didn't sleep with him, but based off of the post that she had been posting after his acquittal, it's very clear that she denies those allegations. And obviously Cardi B does too, because she's still getting her hair braided.
Drop your thoughts below. Are you slow Or do you see the game for what it is? Are you tired of the independent woman branding being used to sell tickets while they go back to the same toxic situations? Don't give me that love wins nonsense in the comments. Tell the truth. Subscribe to BLK Talk Daily. We don't do soft energy here, we do facts. Peace.